Okay then, so with our engine refueled, it's time for us to just warp to any system, is what it seems to want us to do. So we're just going to literally follow the line down, because I'm unsure as to whether or not it wants us to start straying from the path. We can talk about some of the things that we can see on screen right now. There's a lot of data here, and it will in fact end up being more data as we continue moving forward, but we're just going to go ahead and travel to a new system. Now that we've arrived, we can scan the planet right in front of us. It's often like this. I don't know why it's often like this. We're going to scan it anyway. Cool. We're going to go down here and get another fuel source. Now we should get a red marker. Where are you? You're going to be over this way. Now we've come to a new system. So if you look for the golden hexagonal marker, we're going to get ourselves another inventory slot from right here. So we might as well do that. The internals of this are going to look mostly the same. Ooh, mostly the same. And also visiting here is going to mean that we can now fast travel to this space station as well as the last one. And it's actually, in general, the better way to get around. I generally use the warp fuel to unlock new systems, and then we can fast travel from these space stations between them kind of as much as we want. So I'm going to go ahead, we're going to grab that. And then I'm going to come over to the merchant thing here, and I'm going to get onto sell, not buy. Silly, silly me. And we're going to go ahead and sell. Where is it? The larval core. We don't need that anymore. Just kind of helping to keep our credits up a little bit. At this point, if there's any silicon, I want that. Not silicon. Yeah, silicon. And I want oxygen. I can't afford it. We're going to grab oxygen. This is something that we want to be building up right now. We could also be building up cobalt, but we'll deal with that when the time comes. If this guy's got some silicon, we want it. Silicon or salt. I've already found a little bit of salt, but I want to actually find it from a merchant so that it feels a bit more like you guys can do the same then. Just in case your planet doesn't have it on. It's going to be a good idea. Let's trade. No, I don't need sodium. Ferrite, chromatic metal. No, not really much there. Could clear you out of more oxygen. That's going to be useful. Well, that will be it for now. Let's see if this guy's got some. I don't want you guys to have to watch me do this. I'm going to show this guy and then I'll skip to maybe a dude that has it. Off to trade. Nope, still none. If I get too much oxygen, I won't have enough to actually any silicon. Right, I'm going to spend a couple of minutes here. Let's see if someone arrives. Okay, another bus for me. For some reason, the ships really seem to want to slow down, so we're just going to head on out. And I was wrong. It's not silicon you want, so please don't buy silicon. It's do you mind if I don't need that? It's actually chlorine we want, and it's a green. Okay, there's one here. This one here. Come on. What you got? What you got? Come to me. I'm going to be unlucky. I'm going to have dragged you guys back out the ship now. Give me some silicon. Come on. Not silicon. Chlorine. Nope, no chlorine. I'll take some more oxygen though. Okay, that's my last chance. We've looked at 3 ships. Literally, like in the break bit there, no more ships arrived. So let's leave. Salt or chlorine? That's what we want. Right, so it wants us to go over this way, right? Let's do this. No, please don't take an hour. That would be bad. That's not let me do it because we know the ship. That's fine. Now I can do it. Boom! 20 seconds. So I believe this one should be a temple thing that gives us a little language. So we definitely want to be making sure we get this one proper. Make sure you scan everything. Let's get boosting down here. Planet Lulus. Seems rainy. Lots of rocks. So again, just keep an eye on the ground. If we can help it, we'll land directly on where we need to be. Pretty sure. It's going to be that. Oops. Big giant cave worm. What? What do you want to scan?
Toxic protection falling.
Why does it want to go that way? I'm positive it's this. I'm gonna take these words anyway. Okay, well, I'll follow the guidance of this until it leads me to where we want to be. Okay, so apparently today this one is going to look a bit different to the one that I went to last time. Here we have a pyramid structure. Either way, you should find something similar to this. Again, as I said, it has all the language things on it. Ooh, yeah. So make sure we interact with these. Wow, if you can actually jump even slightly better than me, you should be having a laugh. No, we don't want that. Just want these. I mean, the milestones are useful, but we just want these. And then you come up to the top, interact with the thing. I always just pick the top one. I don't know what difference it's going to make to the story. I am first. Why not? It has seen the eye. And it gives us one warp cell, so we can fast travel again. That is 300 meters away. We ain't walking that far. Remember, before you leave, make sure you scan everything. Oh, what we got? What we got? Scan as much as you can. Range on it's pretty good, so... Oh, look at that cool crab thing. Then come on back into your discoveries. And upload it. Back into the ship we go, and we're going to head back into space. Gotta make our way into space. Wants us to explore nearby planets or search in a new system. I can't remember what the trigger was for this to happen, but being as we have the option to search in a new system, what I'm going to recommend is that we go to a new system. Now, if you don't have one already, right, let's go into free look around here. Because our initial one is a... So we see economy there, 2 stars. And we don't really want a 2-star economy. If we can help it, we want a better economy. Now, we don't have a scanner right now that's going to tell us what kind of economy that we are looking at when we're fast traveling to these places. So what I would recommend is that we just kind of go along the line for now. But going to more different systems is going to give us a better chance of getting higher level economies. And basically we want a 3-star because that's just going to give you more high ranked ships when you go ship hunting. So it's just kind of handy to have. Let's go with this. And as before, hexagonal moon, cool. As before, the first thing realistically you want to do here is go straight to the space station, and we'll do that now so that we can grab ourselves an extra inventory slot. And on the way there, we get ourselves a message. No, sorry. Either way, I can skip until we've got an hour extra inventory slot now anyways. That's what everybody should be doing. And being as we've been given some coordinates, we will head on over to there. So how's our inventory size looking now? Not too bad, right? We filled out this bit. It's going to start filling up this side now until it gets to the bottom. So yeah, oh, we're here. Again, I haven't checked any more ships for any chlorine yet. I want to make sure I get that on video so people can just see that it drops from the pilots. Alright, well, let's skip forward. Now I'm going to take a gamble and hope that this building over here is where it wants me to go. If not, then I'll just have to scan for it and go to it. As with everything, a little bit of extra exploration is just not going to hurt you. Yeah, it wants me to go that way. That's fine. I'm going to loot this and then we're going to make our way across. So much like every other time when it wants us to do any exploration, as we go, just make sure, you know you're going the right way, look, because it's going to point you that way. Just make sure you are like mining some stuff. Oops, the wrong kind of mining. Mining some stuff, you can scan some plants, switch your scanner over. Don't want to scan that. And we'll keep on heading towards the mission. I just had to cut in for this. These are mega. I got some giant dung beetles, man. I wish I knew where to get to here from my main save that I'm going to be switching to. I'd have one of those as a pet. That's cool. Looks like we've got some sodium over there, so we're going to grab that. Whoa! We got giant worms going off. This place is like bugs galore. In any case, moving forward still. Okay, then, so finally arrived at our destination. Apparently my gamble did not pay off. It was a bit of a trek. I'm picking up a lot of stuff. It's almost very similar to how we started, right? I'm going to extract those records. Get ourselves some new laser technology, which is very nice. Allows us to do some different kind of mining, so you'll have probably seen some of the things out and about that you can't mine yet. Well, it's going to make that more possible. You want to repair it. Is it even better than mine? It is a B class. Cool. This is basically going to be the same as the last time we had one of these. Oops. So you'll just need to come into the menu here. And you know what? That's just kind of too expensive for us right now. Way too much effort. It even needs chlorine, which we don't have access to. So we're going to leave that alone. I guess there's a bit of a tutorial there in terms of if you really want to start getting one done, but we'll be leaving that. Instead, it's time for us to leave. Don't worry though. In terms of getting new ships, it's not going to be a problem for us soon enough. Not enough thruster fuel. Really? There we go. I don't know why it selected the other thing before the thruster. That's kind of weird. It's kind of put itself up as a mission now. Strange space station system. We've already been to it. Come on, let's go faster. This should bring up soon what we want. Oh, here we go. Yeah, it's about time. Finally, the anomaly. This is kind of why we got so much of the research in here. So this is where a lot of the game is going to get unlocked for us. I'll give you guys a quick tour because it looks confusing, but it really isn't. So you got all these different ramps and stuff. They all go effectively to the same place. That's real cool. And the best thing is we can now basically summon this wherever we are, which is real nice. On here is basically your actual multiplayer missions. So if you've got friends or whatever and you want to actually go on some missions, that's where you're going to get those. You can kind of take them on as a team. I don't think they're like team specific, so you can still do them solo. And they'll give fairly decent rewards, which is nice. In here is going to be the guy that contacted us, so we're going to talk to this dude. And I think he wants us to look around anyways, so we're just going to get through all of your dialogue. Wants us to speak with Polo. This guy sells you like black hole coordinates and stuff, so this guy allows you to kind of travel to really like distant places. So kind of cool, but we're not really going to be using him right now. Through this way, we should be able to get ourselves... Am I going to open? I guess it's through this way then. I was using the wrong door, my bad. We're going to talk to these guys. We're going to tell them about our discoveries from our missions. This is going to give us some extra nanites, which is going to be good. We're going to save those for the time being. There are some good things that we can get with nanites, but I'm just going to save those for now because there's nothing essential that we need right now from them. So the more that you do, the more that you scan. Come here, tell these guys about it, they'll be all happy. Over this way we have a load of research areas where you can unlock technologies and stuff for your, like, so this guy's going to give you stuff for your suit. I'm going to get an extra suit upgrade here. I'm going to take that. Now this is where we get extra buildings for our base construction. The most essential thing that we need right now is these refiners here. We want both, actually. So we're going to take the large, the medium, should I say, and we're going to take the large. This is because it limits you as to how many you can have in like a small tight area, and so having both of them, we can put them near each other. That's just going to make things a little bit easier. There's sort of other stuff here you could get if you really want it. Obviously, if you want to start having vehicles on planets, these are cool. You have different tile, like look sets and stuff for your buildings, but I'll let you guys decide what it is and when you want to start farming all of this stuff out. Again, I'm not going to refarm all of this. I've already got a character that's got a lot of this unlocked, which we'll be switching to kind of at the end of this kind of mini-series. I don't want this series to be like mega long, and I'll add stuff on with the main character when we get a bit further, when I've got other stuff I want to show you. Here you'll have all the upgrades for your multi-tool. This is products, recipes. This is the ability to make some of the rare items that we've been having to buy. I pretty much prefer buying them most of the time, so don't really bother with that. Upgrades for the vehicles, we don't have any of those yet, that's fine. And that's everything that I wanted from here. Now that that's done, all we need is a little bit of seed money, which we're going to use the remainder of the research for, or at least I am. You guys don't have to. If you want to make money a different way, you can do. We need a little bit of seed money, and we need a few materials so that we can start using those new blueprints that we've got, so that we can start to make some bits of money. We already did that. Oh, I didn't actually visit the NPC. I'll do that in a second. For now, we're going to head in here. I need to get myself some chlorine. Well, man, really? My driving apparently is terrible. I need chlorine, and we ideally want a bit of cobalt as well. Both of them are basically going to do the same thing, but we're going to use one and then the other. So I'm going to hang around on the ship for a little bit, and that's where we're probably going to pick up in the next episode when we go through how to make money.